Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hey We're Talking.
Gosh.
The stuff that happens off the air. Wow. Great stuff. Happy. All
Yeah,
right.
Scott just belching a 30-second belch right before we go on air. I mean, come on now. It's not like he doesn't belch on the air.
It's an icebreaker.
I do that all the time. I burp. When I have to, I just do it. Why not? All right. So Danny Black is back with us from Where is Danny Black on YouTube. You can go find him. Yeah, go to YouTube. I'm not even going to say he has a bazillion followers on Facebook, but go to YouTube and subscribe to him. And if you don't know
how do people find him on Facebook?
it's just
It's the Danny Black page
yeah.
is the easiest way, and then I pop up. It's going to probably change to Where is Danny Black as well. I'm just kind of transitioning over,
You know,
getting rid of
people
the
on Facebook. He's got to go slow for them.
my transgender page. Is that what you call it? Like
You're going to
Cutting
transgender
off
your
the-
page.
cutting off the thing and
Yeah.
Adding something
he's
else.
Gonna move it. Hey, by the
Scott's
way,
gonna go crazy. Scott's gonna go crazy.
I'll lose
Yeah,
it.
Scott,
I'll lose
don't
it.
get political.
If it's J.K. Rowling has anything to say about it, I'll be like, just shut up, J.K. Rowling. Shut your mouth. Shut up.
Okay, Scott.
Trump won. Just shut up. Shut up. That's all I have to say.
How you doing,
How do
Danny?
you feel
doing
about
all right,
Trump, by
Danny?
the way?
Welcome to our.
No, let's not. No, let's not do that.
I won't say
That
how I
sucks.
feel.
I know I'll save this for the Friday show, but I'll give you a tip. Like being an American outside of America sucks right now because everyone, what is Trump doing to your country?
Oh.
It's like, dude, just mind your own business. Like, who cares? He's over the way over
Did
there.
they ask you that when Barack Obama was president? No. Okay.
I wasn't
See,
here then.
Danny, don't do it. Don't take me down this road. It will end horribly.
We refrain from political stuff because this guy is a junkie, and
J.K.
he will
Rowling,
just
shut up.
he will-
Just shut
that's
up.
what he does, and he will explode with
I
political
will. I'll go
mumbo
nuts.
jumbo.
I will.
We're
go
here to
nuts.
talk about
Yeah.
drones.
I just wiped
Yes,
a bunch.
drones,
I just
Scotty B.
wiped a ton of stuff off my Facebook because I was like, I gotta get rid of these political posts. So
that's
I
great.
just
See that guy that
Great
flew the
job.
drone into the White House? Oh wait, no, wait. Let's get away from that.
That's
just the
okay.
drones. Just
We
the
can
drones.
talk about drones flying into the White House. That's fine. All right. So today we're going to talk about drones. If you didn't know this, so Danny, on your YouTube channel, can they do youtube.com/where is Danny Black? Or is it
I think it's youtube.com/my name is Danny Black.
okay, my name is Danny Black. All right. Well, either way,
Yeah.
just freaking put in where is Danny Black in the search and you'll find it. And if you don't know how to subscribe to YouTube, please don't make me yell at you. Just go there and hit the subscribe button. And I don't know if you got to do the little bell thing. Everybody tells you to do the bell thing. I don't give a shit about the bell. Just if you want to do the bell, do the bell. It lets you know when he puts a video out. So do that. All right. What do you got there? Is that your coffee?
Coffee.
What kind
I
of
got
coffee?
a
Hi, Emma.
visitor.
Bye, Emma.
Hi, Emma. She can't hear you because
I know.
headphones.
Hi.
She says
Hello.
hi.
Hello from America.
I said hello from America.
We're sorry for Trump.
Sorry for Trump.
I'm not.
I thought we
but
weren't going there.
We're not, Scott.
shut up, JK. All right. What kind of coffee did you get? I got to know. What'd you get?
Dude, Australia has the best coffee in the world. This is just a cappuccino, I think, right? Cappuccino, sugar. Australia has the best coffee in the world. We'll get to that on when you have me back on Friday. We'll talk about Australia more.
I don't believe
I love
it.
coffee.
America's the best. We rule.
So, what kind of
You know what?
drones do you have, Danny?
Shut up. Hold on. Shut up. All right. So we're going to talk about drones. I want to make sure everybody goes to Danny's stuff. I got to promote that. Hey, Danny, do you
Yes.
have like a website that's just for like your music
Yeah,
and stuff?
actually, if you just I just created it and it's easy to say. whereisdannyblack.com,
Nice.
and then that has everything linked together so that you don't have to be like, all right, type in this and that and this and that and some. You know, if this douchebag guy in Kansas named Danny Black has DannyBlack.com and he's a realtor and he doesn't even really practice it that much, and it's like, really, why didn't you just have Danny Black Homes or Danny Black, like, you know, realting or something?
Yeah.
I bought
That's
my
the
house
same
from
thing
that guy.
that's the same thing that happened to me for Scott Donnelly. There's some guy like that's a stinking finance person who doesn't even use it, who owns it. And I'm like, come on, asshole, I want ScottDonnelly.com.
Now
Damn it!
Now I got to go search my name and see if there's a website.
Everybody check it.
curious.
Derek's checking. You know he is. He's excited.
There is not.
Dude, buy that shit now. You have to get.
And you
your
know what's
name.
really cool is they they came up with all these other extra things like dot XXX or dot like red. They actually have a dot black, and I was like, I could actually buy Danny dot black. But I think that's so confusing to people. They'd be like, "What? Like, is that your email at what.com?" Like, no. Like, so I just went with where'sdannyblack.com.
I always think it's weird when somebody has a different one. Like, I know you can do .net.org, but let's be real. There you go.
It's like shopping at the thrift store,
Yeah, there you go. But I hate like that
yeah.
.co or .tv and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, it feels like you're going to the dollar
Cheap.
store. Yeah. Doesn't feel
Yeah,
right.
it's like you're getting the knockoff of the real thing, and it's just not right. So
Yes.
Danny, this has you as www.thedannyblack.com.
It's it's the transition.
He's
But you can go to
transgendering now.
I have it
The
I have it forwarded, so you can type. You obviously typed that in, and it went there. So
Yeah, Derek.
Well, I Googled where is Danny Black, and it brought that up. It brought up your YouTube channel, and then it brought up thedannyblack.com. So
that's good to know. I'll just tell people to Google where's Danny
Yeah,
Black.
Google it. Google that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Google it.
All right. So we want to talk about drones because if you don't know this, Danny has some sick drone stuff, man. I mean, just like awesome
Amazing
stuff in his videos. And I asked him before the show, I wanted to make sure because I don't want to be like, hey, copycat. I asked him, had he ever watched like Casey Neistat? And he was like, yeah. And so you said that he kind of got you into that a little bit. Tell me, like, how did you decide that you were going to start doing these drone footage shots?
Well, it started out with Casey. I saw his, the Oscar one where he went to the Oscars.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I ever saw of him. And I think he had like 1 million subscribers. And I remember I first saw it and I was like, who's this punk MTV kid? Like,
yeah.
Who does he think he is? And then I started watching. It's like, oh wait, I kind of like this guy a little bit. And then I started seeing some of his other videos. And I was like, I haven't actually really been on YouTube and subscribing to people. And that was just a new concept. And I was like, this is really cool. And I used to be a video editor for like many years before I did, gave it up and did music because it just seemed like a better life. So I was able to use these talents to create just like his videos. I mean, I knew how to make them, like the time lapses and the cuts and stuff like that. I think I'm a little bit more like he can get away with being a little bit more sloppy because everyone's just like, oh, it's Casey.
Yeah.
But like I try to cut out the really crappy like this shot or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for me to do. And then when he got the Phantom 4 drone and I watched that for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, what can you do this? Like, no way. Like. And then ever since I've been flying it still, like I'll fly it in the air and I'll be like, I cannot believe I'm getting this shot. Like this was like a dream to have a helicopter shot, back in the day when you're making videos. And
yeah,
it's
that's
just
awesome.
crazy.
And
you know what? If I was to fly this around your wife, she would watch and be like, I want you to get this because like that usually what happens. The guys will come over to me while I'm flying it. And then the wives will come, they'll be like, honey, look at this. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, can you buy that? Please just buy that for me. And like, it's just it's just such a cool toy.
Yeah,
but it's also scary.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I would love to have one, and at some point I will. But there's that scary side of it too. So I would avoid water for quite some time until I was really, really good with it. But I mean, there's plenty of. I mean, my main thing that I want to do with it. There's plenty of. We have a lot of park districts out here. We have a lot of land in the Chicago area, the suburbs of Chicago and throughout Illinois. And I would love just to get some of the pictures of the deer and you know what I mean. I mean, just really kind of create. Yeah. Really kind of create my own thing with it. And it would probably be more nature oriented than anything. But I mean, that's just kind of, what I'm into. But it's like, dude, I would be so nervous trying to fly that thing over some specific areas. But I guess you just take that chance eventually.
You get the shot and then you take it down and then the shot speaks for itself. But at the same time, you're just like heart pounding. And by the way, deer would definitely run away from your drone before you even get close to it because it's so loud.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know
it's
that.
Like,
but, I mean, it was just a very poor example. But I mean, there's a lot of things that I envision doing with it. But and a heck of a lot of fun with it as well. So yeah, my wife she's not too keen on the whole drone idea, but I think once she saw one in person and actually got to to see it, I think it would probably change a little bit.
And it's so easy to use. Like I think that if you were ever a gamer, like video games, like Xbox or something like that,
Yeah.
you have a natural knack for controlling it. And what people don't realize is as soon as you let go of the controller, it just stays in one spot. It doesn't like crash. So like you tell it where to go, and you know, and as soon as like you get to a spot where it's too far away and the battery won't have enough to get it back, it'll actually tell you that, and it'll turn around and
return
come
to
back
home.
to your GPS. Exactly. So there's so many safety things, and I'm not even scared to fly it over the water. I've never crashed it in water. I think it's just more like if you're not paying attention and you're, you know, thinking you're too good, or maybe you have a little bit too much to drink or something like that.
You would have to you would have to purposefully crash it into the water, wouldn't you? Unless something went wrong, malfunctioned.
Yeah, you hit a tree or, you know, something like that. Power lines, that'd be pretty bad.
In one of my vlogs, in one of my vlogs around Australia, we were in Western Australia, and the sun was setting, and I flew it up, and there was this like sunken ship that you could actually fly over to. And I went over to it and then came back. And it was like I had the coolest shots. And I got back and realized I didn't hit record. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was a long day, and I was running out of battery. And I was like, I had like a very little amount of battery. I picked it up, flew it out there as fast as I could. And it was like, it got to the point where it was coming down. It was saying like, it's going to force land in a second. And I got it. I didn't get all the way back to me. I got it just to the sand of the beach, and it landed. And I was like, stressing myself out. It was fun though. And I talk about that in the vlog as well. I say, this is literally what just happened, and you can watch it like come down and land. It's pretty.
So I saw.
Go ahead, Bob. Sorry,
Scott. I saw a video, you know, an amateur video of somebody doing that, and the battery was dying, and literally was like going for a pond, and one of the friends ran in there, jumped in there, and caught it like literally right before it hit the water. And of course he's swimming it back, holding the drone up. But I mean, I just watched that and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, that would be so scary, but so awesome at the same time.
Derek, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, up to this point, I have had no interest in getting a drone. I mean, I know we've talked about it on the show before, but now I'm like starting to think about it. And I'm like, man, I really want a drone because I used to play Top Gun on the original Nintendo, and that was, you're like flying something, and you're making it sound like it's just as easy as flying that thing, and we don't have any water around here at all.
We don't.
So
I think you should get one.
All right, I'm gonna get one tomorrow.
You know what, the price
buy two and send me
so
one.
much.
Go ahead, Danny.
They're so easy to use. They're safe. They're cheap. I think a lot of people have actually bought them because of me. They've told me that they bought them because of me, and someone was like, I want to get one, and it's like $1,000, and I'm like, my first one I paid like $3,000 for it because it was that expensive like a year ago. Wow. And now it's like $1,000. So it's like, buy it. Like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I ended up buying the GoPro 5, and I bought it specifically because I was like, I'm going to get a Karma so I can use this on it. And then the Karma came out, and there were they had some problems with it, so they had to redo stuff. So I thought about getting one because, again, the Karma, if you don't have if you already have the camera, it's only like, I think it's $7.99 or something, or $9.99. It's like really cheap, and it's just like you were saying. I don't know if we were talking about this off air, but you were talking about getting the foldable Mavic, like
the Mavic. Yeah.
What's that one called?
Mavic.
Just Mavic.
It's DJI Mavic. It's
okay.
It's even cheaper, and it's not the same quality. I would say the Phantom 4 is better, but if you need to travel or if you're going hiking, this thing is annoying to kind of like have in a backpack and then take it out when you want to take it out all the time, but at the same time it's a pain in the butt. So it's like, what do you do?
So when you're doing your vlogs, though, that's the other thing I was thinking about is, so not only are you carrying your drone with you, are you like hiking around with your freaking DSLR camera? And I mean,
so it's like,
so you're
this
carrying
is a brand new mic, by the way. It's really huge.
What kind of mic is that? What is it?
It's a Rode SVM.
Okay. Very nice.
So it's very nice. I just got it recently.
You're carrying that on top of that. So you're walking with that, right? And talking into the camera and everything. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it's people don't realize how much work and effort goes into something like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could use the phone. There's a huge difference between using a phone. I know that you're just taking a selfie anyways, but or even the GoPro, like the sound isn't as good, and you could just tell the difference between it. I mean, I have the GoPro Hero 5 as well, and I hate it when it comes to video, but like when it comes to audio from the video, but when it's just like in the water or like time lapses. Actually, I have this cool thing. You should check it out. It's like, this was like $20, and it's like a timer. So you sit this thing on it, and then when you do your time lapses, it spins.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a spinning time lapse versus a just regular time lapse. And
so what is that thing? You said, isn't it in your one of your older videos? It was like something.
It was a $7
sprinklers.
sprinkler timer. Yeah. And
That's
then
awesome.
I outgrew it because I really needed this little
Yeah, to
thing
put
down
it
here
on a
to put
tripod.
on a tripod. Plus, the sprinkler timer is great, but it gets annoying because once you start it, you can't stop, and it sounds like you have a bomb when you're going on a plane, and it's like, it freaks you out every time you go into like check, or you put your back through the thing, and it's like tick, 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 and you're like, oh gosh, why is it making that noise right now? Turn it on.
So getting back to the drone, just to let you guys know, the Mavic Pro is $999, and you get 27 minutes of flight time, 65 kilometers per hour, 12 megapixel camera, 4K video resolution, and the control range is 7 kilometers, which I don't know how far that is. So
it's about 7 kilometers. Jeez, that's like 5 miles or something.
That's what it says,
dude,
on their website.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Bob really likes all the stats.
It's got to be line of sight. Like you'd have to be in Texas to be able to fly that one,
right?
Because there's no mountains.
Yeah. But you don't have Mavic Pro. You have, what is it? It's like DJI Mavic Pro 4 or
Phantom 4.
Phantom 4. I don't know any of the names. I don't know. Anyway, but
that's it. That's all I need to know.
That's.
But then you got the Inspire, which is like a giant one.
Yeah,
the Inspire is amazing. That thing is just absolutely huge. Same with the Inspire 2. Actually, the Inspire 2, I believe, is a little more compact than the Inspire 1, but
I love when Bob starts like going through he really gets, he makes lists, and he makes spreadsheets. We always have to listen. He puts all of what we're going to talk about in a spreadsheet. And
like all the show topics and stuff, it's planning. That's all.
He's the fact checker. Like you need that nowadays, right?
Yeah.
You don't want fake news, right?
Totally. Yeah, you don't want any fake news.
All right, let's not go there.
Careful.
Oh no, I'm gonna blow. Yeah. Anyway, so what else do we need to know about the drones? That if somebody really wants to get into it, are there drones that are like cheap enough that you can just get started and not be like, oh my gosh, I dropped $1,000 on a drone?
I think that the cheaper you go, the more likely you're going to crash it. The less safe it's going to be. I think the main thing you need to know about it is like the rules, and a lot of times, like the rules, it's a very gray area. There's no like except for like flying near an airport. They say flying at night, and even they call it like flying above a populated area, which is kind of a gray area. Like, is this a populated area? I don't know. There's a park here, but there's nobody here. So is it a populated area? I think that sometimes you fly the drone, like when I'm up at the Whitsunday Islands and stuff like that, flying off the boats, like it's no rules. Like you got the open water. It's great. As soon as you fly it somewhere else, you worry, like you feel like you're like this, like you don't want to be a creep because you want to be out. Everyone sees you and they think it's the coolest thing, and they'll probably watch your video as well. But sometimes you just don't know, and you don't want people to. You don't want that confrontation. People come up, and they've done that before. They come up to me and they're like,
that's what I was going to.
You know that you're not allowed to fly here before, and I'm like, are you like a police officer? And they're like, no, I'm just another drone pilot. And it's like, well, what was the point of you coming over here to tell me that?
Right.
Like, just
that's what I was going to ask you. Is like. Because in a lot of your videos, you'll be somewhere like at a tourist attraction or something like that. There's like a ton of people that are there, and you'll like fly it off these cliffs and like do these really cool shots. Does anybody ever just go, I don't want you filming me? Does anybody ever do that?
No, I think actually they all get weird about it. But then as soon as like, if you're like more inviting to them and you're like, hey, come check out the screen because you see on your iPad, like what's going on. then they actually probably go out and buy a drone like the next day. That's literally what happens. And I think that no one's ever like worried about that or privacy of like their house. I'm pretty good at like kind of keeping it away from that kind of a thing. It's just sometimes you get
that fly drones give you crap sometimes.
No, yeah, sometimes, and people that don't know enough about it, and they just want to tell you, there's a helicopter pad around here. I got yelled at on top of a mountain in Australia. They actually, they have snow here on their mountains, and I was skiing, and the ski instructor comes up to me. It was the very last, or not the instructor, the guy that does the
like the paramedic or something.
Yeah,
just some guy who helps people who break their legs or break their arm on this.
It was the very last rundown, and I bring it up. There's like nobody here, and my friends, they were like skiing down. I was like, okay, I'm going to follow you down. This is going to be a great shot. Follow him down. Then it was my turn, and my friend had the backpack down at the bottom, so I had no way to carry the drone. I was going to actually fly it and snowboard down and get it myself. And then as soon as I bring it over and I'm getting set up, the guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, ski patrol, that's what it's called."
Yeah.
He comes up to me and he's like, "You're not allowed to fly here because there's an airport nearby." And I'm like, actually, there's not, because I have an app that shows the vicinity of where the airports are that are restricted and non-restricted. He's like, "Well, there's a helicopter pad over here." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not restricted." And basically, I knew the rules and he didn't. And because I was calm and collective, he was getting really angry about it. And he was trying to get on a power trip. And he yelled at me, "Bring it down or I'm going to take your park pass and you can't get in." And I just spent like $600 on a week pass. And it was the first day. So I was like, all right, I'm going to bring it down, or can I fly it down at least? And he's like, "No, bring it down now." I'm like, okay. So I'm holding the drone and the controller and the iPad and snowboarding down this mountain. And I'm just like, this is, it's so awkward. Yeah. It was I actually have it all on video, but I didn't post that yet. That's just for later. It's because I had my GoPro sitting there recording it, so it's great.
I can't remember if this was recent or just one of the ones that I have watched recently. You were at like a botanical garden or something like that, and you got some shots, and I think they told you after. Like,
the Opera House, the Sydney Opera House, and then afterwards, that guy was really cool because I flew it in. Trick number one: when you take off, fly the drone away from you as fast as you can, and just be somewhere else, because then they don't know where you're flying from.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get away with it.
Right.
And then when you bring it down, our mistake was I brought it in and Emma wanted to take a picture of it close by. And so then people saw it and whatever. So I brought it in, packed it all away. I saw the guy come up on his little golf cart. I'm like, oh, he's here for me. And so I packed it away. And then as we were walking away, he was like, he was really nice. He was like, "Just want to let you know, you're not allowed to do drones from the botanical gardens." And for me, I was like, I don't need to anymore. I got everything I need from it. So I'm like, no problem. I'm done. I'm out of here. And he was really nice about it. But at the same time, you know when it's going to be a problem. And, sometimes I was flying around other boats in this French Polynesia area. And they were like, this guy was walking up to me. I'm like, oh, he's going to yell at me. And before I let him say anything, I was like, "Hey, look at this screen." And all of a sudden he goes, "Can you fly that over my boat?" I'm like, sure.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I just think it's cool that you're like, "I was flying my drone in French Polynesia." I'm like, that's cool. I'm all on board, man.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've gone way over time. These guys like to give me the wrap-up signal, but I'm having so much fun. I don't want to stop. Anyway, we're going to have Danny join us one more day on Friday, and we're going to talk about Australia. It's going to be fun.
Awesome.
We're going to have fun. All right. We'll be back Friday. Thanks, guys.